Hey everyone, it's Dabacab here, and I am back with the answers to the Q&A. So thanks for everyone who submitted questions. A couple of people submitted duplicate questions, so if I don't post your question, then it's probably because someone else posted it, or maybe I missed it. But just remember, in the future, just use Q&A in any comment, and I will save it for future Q&As if these videos are popular. All right, let's get straight into it. First, what is your favorite skin of all the heroes? This is a bit cliche, but I gotta go with the Arabian Middle Eastern skins for Genji. I think they're a really cool reflavoring of sort of the swordsman theme. I'm also a pretty big fan of Imp Mercy. I think that's a really cleverly done skin as well. Second, if you were to design a character in Overwatch, what character would it, or what category would it be? What abilities would it have, etc., etc., etc. I think this game is massively lacking in omnic characters. I mean, there's this huge civil war, this war, this omnic war that all of Overwatch lore is based on. But there's only two omnic characters. There's Bastion and there's Zenyatta. And I'd really like to see, an omnic in each role at least. I would have expected something closer to like a 50-50 split, like half humans and half non-humans. But they're really not giving omnics a lot of love. So I'm hoping to see a lot more robots and AI units in the future. Past that, like in terms of abilities, I'm not really sure. Just give me some robots. That's all I care about. What are your mains in Overwatch? Definitely Genji. I played a bunch of Genji when the game first came out, followed closely by Hanzo. But I'm sort of trying to branch out a little bit and become more diverse, but definitely Genji is my favorite by far. Did anyone inspire you to do YouTube, and if so, who did? Yeah, two people. First, Tactical Koala. He was like sort of the first big YouTuber to get popular on the subreddit, but he kind of faded out because he did non-Overwatch stuff, which I think was probably not the wisest decision on his part. And also, One Amongst Many. I really liked his videos, and I was like, if you can do it, well, why can't I, theoretically? So I went ahead and started. Any plans for 50K? Yeah, I'm going to do another giveaway. People like giveaways, and I like giving you guys stuff. I don't know what it's going to be, but hopefully it'll be bigger than the last giveaway. We'll see. Who do you think needs nerfs, buffs, and balance changes? I think McCree and Genji are pretty strong at the moment. They could use some slight tweaking. I think that Zarya could use a little bit of work. Not because she's strong, but I just don't think she's super well designed. I think Hanzo needs some love. He wasn't a super strong character before, and then they nerfed him, and now he's hard to play. So they needed to give Hanzo some love, definitely. Who is your favorite character in each role? Offense, that's easy. It's Genji by a landslide. In defense, it goes to Mei. In tank, it goes to Roadhog. And in support, it's probably either Ana or Zen. I think if I had more time to play Ana, it'd probably be Ana, but I've just been so busy ever since she came out, so I haven't really had a chance to really spend hours and hours learning her, so I can't really say if she's my favorite, but I think she probably will be once I get the hang of her. How did you get your name? Back when I was a kid, my older brother, who was much older than me by like 8 or 9 years, brought a gaming console to my house, and he set it up for me, and we played Mortal Kombat, and I learned the very first cheat code I ever learned for a video game, which was ABACABB. I think it turned on blood and unlocked fatalities. So for some reason, that cheat code just always stuck for me, and stuck with me, rather. And on top of that, my real name's Dabney, so it's just Dabney plus Abacab equals Dabacab. I thought it was kind of clever, and I liked how each of the letters use conventional game controller buttons. It's got the ABC buttons and the D-pad for the D. So it just seemed fitting to me. Thoughts on Hanzo after the nerf? Actually, somewhere out there, I remember I recorded a game, I don't know if I ever posted it, where I was playing Hanzo and I was complaining about his hitbox on his arrows. So I thought that they needed to be brought in and made more reasonable. But since he sort of was balanced around having a big hitbox on his arrows, that needs to be compensated somehow. And I think the way to do that would be one of three ways. First, increase his bow draw speed so he can put out more arrows per second. Second would be to increase his arrow travel speed so that he could hit things more reliably. Third would be to increase his movement speed while he's got his bow drawn, so he's got a little bit more distinction from Widowmaker, because both of those characters, when they're fully, scoped or fully drawn their bow, they're kind of slow. So that would be an interesting distinction for Hanzo. I'm not sure which one of those would be the right solution, but I'd like to see one of those to give him a little bit more love, to make him just viable, because right now he doesn't really feel viable to me. What video editing software do I use? I use the full Adobe Creative Suite. Premiere, After Effects, Encoder, Photoshop. I use Google Spreadsheet to organize all my clips, and I use Dropbox to store everything. I got a few personal questions like, where am I from? What's my age? What's my job? I am from the Maryland, Virginia, DC area in the US of A. I am 30 years old and I have a job in marketing, but my hope is that I can transition into doing YouTube full-time. I'm not there yet, but I hope to get there at some point. What inspired you to begin editing videos? To be honest, other YouTubers were getting an Overwatch beta key and I wanted an Overwatch beta key, so the only reason why I started doing videos was I was hoping that Blizzard would notice me and they would send me a key. That did not happen, but I did discover that I actually really liked making videos. I really enjoyed it. It was a great way to pass the time. And then after doing it for a while, I sort of realized that there's a chance that I could potentially do this full time and I could actually make a living doing what I love. I'm not there yet, but who knows what the future will hold. What are 3 unpopular opinions? I think, number 1, I think Zarya is badly designed. I feel like Overwatch is a game based around counters, and I think that Zarya doesn't really have a counter because of how her shield works. Nothing breaks the shield, nothing penetrates it, nothing removes it. It's just like the one thing in the game that can't be mitigated by anyone else or any ability, and that I think is really bad design for a game like Overwatch. Second, I think McCree is also badly designed. I feel like he's trying to be 2 separate characters. His left click and his ult really encourage long range attacks, and his right click and his flashbang encourage really close range attacks. So it kind of feels to me like he's 2 separate characters rolled into one rather than one cohesive character. And I'd really like to see them remove his flashbang, which I don't think is a good ability, and replace it with something more mid-range focused and make him more of like a conventional mid-range, long-range cowboy. So I wish that they would just ditch the flashbang and replace it with like a lasso or some other weird cowboy-themed ability. And I mean, flashbang. Have you ever seen a cowboy use a flashbang in a movie? Like, I haven't. Give him something thematic like a lasso or a stick of dynamite or something fitting. But just flashbang's dumb. I think it was a bad choice to give it to him. If they want to keep a stun in the game to stop characters like Genji and Tracer, that's fine, but implementing it on McCree, who's otherwise a kind of a long-range character, is just a stupid decision in my opinion. My third unpopular opinion is I think that ARGs, with the whole thing with Sombra going on right now and trying to figure out these puzzles that Blizzard has hidden everywhere, I think that they're a little bit actually disrespectful to the player base, because you you put out this puzzle, and the only way to make it so that it isn't solved instantly is to make it so hard that basically experts have to solve it. So what I feel like ends up happening whenever they release an ARG is that you've got 1% of the gaming population who's smart enough to figure it out. Or I don't want to say smart enough, not to say that everyone else is dumb. It's just they know enough about this specific field to understand how it works. Like, they know coding, they know stuff about code breaking, they know stuff about waveforms. And if you don't know anything about waveforms, if you don't know anything about hexadecimal, then you just kind of can't participate unless you just want to learn all that stuff. But by the time you teach yourself like how waveforms work and how hexadecimals work, then it's already solved. So ARGs feels to me like the game developers are saying, you 300 people on planet Earth, you could participate in this cool game, and everyone else just has to watch and hope that you guys figure it out. And I don't know, it just feels a little bit exclusive to me. I think that they're not fun and just a little bit disrespectful. Maybe that makes me a grump, I don't know. They just rubs me the wrong way. Will I do other games? It's possible, but since my channel is so focused on Overwatch, I'm not really sure if that would be harmful or good for my channel. We'll have to see. I'm not really sure if there's much of a demand for it. What class will Sombra be? I think that Sombra will probably be an offense character because offense characters are really popular, and Blizzard has been hyping this so much. I mean, think about Anna. Anna wasn't really hyped that much or teased that much, just a bit, and she came out and kind of to like a lukewarm reaction. It's not like when Genji and Mei came out and every single match had like 2 or 3 Genjis and 2 or 3 Meis. The Anna hype died down pretty quickly, so I think that Sombra would just be more popular. How does it feel to have such a big jump in subscribers? Where will I be in 3 months? It feels awesome. I mean, I was kind of late to the party with YouTube. A lot of other YouTubers got pretty big before me, or they had a big following, so I was kind of lagging behind. And I only started to take off after Overwatch launched. And the past 3 months have been really crazy for me. Let me see, 3 months ago I had 1,000 subscribers. No, I hit 5K. And then a month later I hit 10K, and then a month later I hit 25K, and then in this month I'm basically on track to hit 50K. So I basically doubled my subscriber count every month for the past 3 or 4 months. I'm hoping I can keep it up. I'd really like to get big. I'd really like to bring in enough YouTube revenue that I can just do this full time and devote myself to putting out more high quality videos. But we'll see. Who are the best heroes together? Originally I would have said Mercy plus Pharah. I mean, Mercy is just a classic combo. But now with how strong Genji is and the Anna ult, there's really not much you can do against an ulted Genji. It's just, they're nasty. They're a nasty combo. Who is your waifu? That one's easy. My real life partner is actually a curvy Chinese girl. So I'll let you guess which Overwatch character is my favorite. If you could be any Overwatch character in real life, who would you be and why? That's easy. I would go with D.Va because then I would be good at Overwatch. Okay, so those are the answers to the questions. If you have any other questions, just remember to hit Q&A in the comments, and I will try and save them. But I have a question for you guys. Help me understand what you like about my channel, what you don't like about my channel, and how I can improve. Like, what changes do you want me to make to this channel so that you will come back and click my videos every day? Do you want a higher number of videos? Do you want more commentary? Do you want higher quality montages? Do you want longer montages? Are there some montages you don't like? Please let me know. I'd really like to just, put everything I have into this channel, but I'm new to this. I'm still learning as I'm going, so I'm not sure what to do, I have to discover what's wrong and what's right through trial and error. So if you guys can help me understand what I should do, then that'll save me a lot of time, and I can just give you the content that you want as soon as possible. So let me know your thoughts. I'm thinking about putting out daily commentary videos. I mean, right now, there are dozens and dozens of Overwatch channels. There's reasons to go to other channels over mine. There's reasons to go to my channel over theirs. But I think one of the things that my channel has going for it is that I put out content every single day. And at the moment, I'm putting out one montage every day and one gameplay video every day. And I'm thinking about doing a commentary video where I do post-recording commentary and give my thoughts and stuff. And it'll take a lot more time, but like I said, I really want to put everything I can in this channel and make it as good as it can possibly be. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. If so, then I guess I'll get started on it. Alright, well, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Dabacab out.